Last night, my 46M partner and I 33F were relaxing and playing with our 10-month-old baby before his bedtime. Baby was standing against the sofa and playing with his dad by rolling a beverage can. Dad wouldn't let baby roll the can off the sofa to play with it on the floor. The night prior, Dad did let him play with the can on the floor. Closed full beverage can. After a couple minutes and Dad saying no to the baby, who of course didn't understand why he couldn't play with it on the floor, proceeded to start freaking out and crying. Dad did not try distracting the baby with alternative toys or soothe him. After baby crawled to me and I calm him down, I say, in what I thought was a pretty calm and non-confrontational way, it would be better if you don't encourage him to play with the can, or if you do, to put it on the ground or roll it or something. He doesn't understand why he is allowed to kind of play with it, but then get told no at some point. Bearing in mind the prior week my partner fking lost it because the baby was playing with a tactile book, think animals with certain hairy spots and reflective things and moving parts. Baby is figuring out how to open books / turn pages and all that fun stuff. He had bent the cover back, which to me is like, yeah, it's a baby book. It is fine if it gets damaged, like he is learning and exploring. My partner freaked out, told me he is going to wreck it, and I was like, yeah, that is fine. I mean, it's kind of what the baby books are for, right? Things will be played with, and some will be damaged. Woman shrugging, light skin tone, not that big of a deal. He took the book from the baby, who was happily interacting with the book, and threw it on the floor, Googled what age the book is meant for, 1 year, and gave me shit. So after I gave some Johnny parenting advice, which was basically like, don't let the baby play with something he shouldn't, correct and distract him with one of his toys, as he is too young to understand specific circumstances around when he is allowed to play with something. If I don't want him to play with something, I don't let him play with it. Like my phone, if he spots it and tries to grab it, I immediately say, no baby, not for you, and give him one of his toys instead. My partner took this as an aggressive criticism instead of the light advice I intended. He started, not yelling, but he has a loud booming voice normally, so talking louder than normal. Telling me to shut the FK up, stop criticizing everything he does with the baby, how unpleasant I am to be around, and how I can never just let him be. A bunch of random complaints about me. I asked him to stop yelling and swearing as the baby was literally in my lap. He then continued on about me and his issues with me, how he will be commenting on everything he has a problem with me doing moving forward. I said, I am not going to be a part of this conversation. I am not engaging in this. He continued speaking at me while I got the baby changed and ready for bed. Got him in bed, did not speak to my partner, and went to bed. I fall asleep around 10 p.m. He was playing his video game till maybe 11 p.m., came to bed, did not put his sleep apnea machine on, so his abhorrently loud snoring started. Around midnight, I jostle his pillow to get him to shut up or put his mask on. This is nothing new. Sometimes he falls asleep before putting it on. He shoves my pillow in my face and tells me to FK off, so I go pee and have a sip of water, get back into bed, and he is now rolled on his side facing me, no mask, obnoxiously snoring away. I ask him to put his mask on. He comes back at me with, this is why you're so unpleasant and shitty, and a bunch of rude shit. So I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever, FK you. So I get my phone, water bottle, and baby monitor, and sleep on the couch. Our baby is teething his 2 top teeth, so the last 4 days has been a gong show of not sleeping for me, because of course he doesn't wake up with the baby ever. Of course baby was up 3 separate times between midnight and 6 a.m. My partner is working from home today, unfortunately, which means he stays in bed sleeping until between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m., depending when he decides to get up. It's definitely not frustrating and selfish and annoying, face with rolling eyes. In the last 10 months, I have been extremely overexhausted because I am the only one to get up with the baby. I am the only one to put him to bed. I do everything for the baby. Never mind healing from my emergency C-section. Our baby was 2 months early, and then a second surgery to sever my fallopian tubes. A lot of things have occurred in the last 10 months that I am supposed to heal from, and all the traumatic situations that I need to process and heal from. Never mind the PPD, which I am only just starting to work through and feel back to normal. I know I become impatient with my partner, and I get frustrated and snappy. I don't think that is outrageous when I am primary caregiver. I am responsible for our home interior. I cook dinners 10 out 14 days minimum, and I also have a 13-year-old boy from my first marriage who is with us every other week, 50-50 custody. Of course, I will get tired and not be the most pleasant, happy-go-lucky individual I have previously been. plus the fun hormonal craziness that happens for 2 years after having a baby. That's nature. I don't get to control all of that, so yeah, sometimes I am not my best self. I don't think I am an asshole for giving some advice. I have been extremely conscious of my tone and opinions with my partner the last 3 weeks, as we had a big blow-up prior to this, where he made his unhappiness in our relationship known. It basically feels like I am not allowed to comment on anything he does, or if I have an opposing opinion, it is a huge problem for him. I've basically just been keeping my mouth shut if I disagree with something he says or does. He somehow still has many problems with me. I am not sure if he just had a shitty day at work or just tired? He said he had nothing to do, so he spent the majority of the day shopping for mattresses. Am I the asshole for trying to give my opinions and Johnny parenting advice? Sorry this is long. LOL, gotta love the frustrated rants from a very sleep-deprived mother of two.